Hello everyone. Got a very simple video for you today. It's a project idea for repurposing toothpaste tubes. Actually, it's a really simple project. Can't really even call it a project. It's more just a way to actually a few different ways to repurpose these. They're all pretty much the same, but basically using them as containers for different things. So just to give you some ideas what you might be able to use these for, I have this container of grease here. It's meant to go in a specific grease gun. So I was shopping on my usual shopping platform, and I noticed this one store that I was buying stuff from had this, which I needed. I needed to get some grease, some general purpose grease. But it came supplied in this container, which is fine. I mean, I could just squeeze it out. I, I didn't need to use it in a grease gun, but this happens to be designed to be used with that specific grease gun. So I actually want to transfer it to a different container, some smaller containers, so that I can conveniently bring a small amount with me to someplace or something like that. Um, another thing that you could do is use it to mix custom paint colors. So let's say you do, a fair amount of painting, and you need specific blended colors for certain things that you create. Like you just have, specific characters that are a very unique tone or whatever it is. So you figure out whatever your mixture is. Maybe it's, 1 part this to 15 parts this to 2 parts this, whatever. Whatever your mixture is, doesn't really matter. That's not the point. Whatever it is, you just mix it up, prepare it ahead of time, and then you can store that in these tubes for easy application. They're easy to wash out. You just snip the end off and give it a rinse. Use a bottle cleaner if you have to. And these are typically made out of HDPE plastic, but they seem to be foiled on the inside as well. So I'm not exactly sure if that actually is foil. I gotta look into it. I mean, it looks kind of metallic, but it could just be, the sheen of the plastic, because, the outside is shiny too. So maybe the inside is just a shiny gray. But anyway, just something to note because it does. Okay, this one says it's other 7. But I have other tubes of other brands of toothpaste that are HDPE tubes. So basically, I'm pretty sure the plastic itself is HDPE, and then that 7 number pretty much is almost guaranteeing that this is HDPE combined with foil, the foiled plastic. Anyway, so yeah, there are different things that you could mix and put in here, and you could repurpose these. They don't have to be thrown away. Some tubes might just be pure HDPE, which could be recycled, but whether it's HDPE or some other kind of plastic, it's always best to repurpose it. It's more efficient to reuse it as it is rather than melt it down, grind it up, grind it down, melt it, yada yada yada. So I'm just gonna go like this. I'm not even gonna do any kind of special setup. I mean, I could probably figure out a better way to hold this tight against here, but this is stiff enough. I think I should just be able to squeeze this into there without getting too much stuff all over the place. It shouldn't come gushing out the sides. I'm giving it a squeeze now. Trying to get everything in view here. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to squeeze until I just see a little bit come out. Whoop. The tip. Oop, there we go, full. Okay, let's set that there. The same thing for this one. Oops. Oop, 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 oop. Squirted a little bit out there. That's all right, no big deal. Oh, and there we go, full. Okay, set that there. I've got a bit left over. I'll squeeze that into something, or maybe just put this whole thing in a bag. So now I'll put the caps on these. You don't want to put the caps on first because then you can get like an air bubble inside. It makes it harder to fill it up. You want to be able to let everything flow in without any kind of obstruction. So that's a nice solidly filled tube. And now your options are to put some sort of hard clip on the end, some kind of strong clip. You can use a binder clip like this. Of course, I should squeeze out some of the excess here. Let me get something to put the excess in because it's gonna squeeze out. Okay. Squeeze some of this out here. So let's see, is this one long enough? Just about. Now, because this is grease, just general purpose grease, I'm not worried about it drying out. But if this were paint, then I would be more specific about what I use to crimp this off with. And of course, you can find something that's more perfectly sized to suit your needs if you really want to get more particular about how you store it. If you want to try to save more space and get, more like a clothespin style clip, that would work too. A really thin but strong metal, kind of like clothespin style clip. But also, I really like binder clips because they also act as a hook. So now, like, you could hang this from somewhere. But now what I'm going to do with the other one, after I do the same thing and squeeze out, got some grease on me. Squeeze out the excess of this one too. Quite a bit of excess in there. There we go. Squeeze out some more. Okay, I'm going to try to clean this one out as much as possible. So I'm going to grab a tissue. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is use the soldering iron here And I am going to, I guess, not really call it a crimp. I'm going to heat seal it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to heat seal it, um, similar to how it was heat crimped. This was sealed with a heat crimping tool originally, but I'm just going to go um, down the edge with the soldering iron. I have a heat sealer, but it's not really for thick HDPE. This, I think, is a little too thick for it to handle. And even if it does, it probably wouldn't be the best job. So I'll use this. Okay, and as you can see, I do have a fan blowing now, which is exhausting out the window, even though I'm not going to create that many fumes doing a little crimp here, but better to stick to precautions anyway. Alright, let's see if I can get the soldering iron unit in view. I have to turn the camera. You probably can't really see what temperature it's at. It's about 260 Celsius right now. Let me see if I can let me get you a better view, get you closer.